ఆప్ చేసేస్తా. Yes. Okay, okay. Dear students, good evening all of you and all my social studies teachers, the family members of social studies. Good evening all of you. I really very much grateful to APSSTF because they're providing platform to interact with the children even in the pandemic corona period. It is one of the good signs to the students to learn from the home itself. Moreover, I wish all the children to participate in this lesson and to get the knowledge even though in the holidays. My dear students, I am Tegala Venkataya, School Assistant Social Studies, JP High School, Podi Village, Tottambedu Mandal, Chittor District. Dear students, I am one of the textbook writers, senior faculty, and also state resource person. This is about me. My dear students, during the holidays, during the corona period, I hope you are all well. You are all well. You are all secure. You are all be safe and secure, I hope. Friends, before we enter into the lesson, just we discuss about our family. You think about your family. You see here, for example, I have given a family. You see how they are enjoying. Let me think, this is their house. In their garden, they are all enjoying with a small party. The house must be like this. You see, when we observe, nearly there are 6 people here, There are 2 children, there are 2 youngsters, elderly men, there are 2 aged persons. He is aged 1 and she is also aged 1. These 2 are elderly persons, these 2 children. There are nearly 6 persons here, you see. This is a small family and lovable family. By their laughings, we want to understand like that. You see, for better understanding the family, we have to categorize it. How many children are there? How many aged persons are there? How many elderly persons are there? You see, these 2 may be earning people in their family. These 2 are aged ones, they may not attend any kind of work. These 2 are children, they may also not attend any kind of work. So here, as per the picture here, there are 4 members are dependents and 2 are earning people. In some rich families, The women may not attend any kind of work. So in middle families and poor families, both wife and husband attend the work. So as per the picture given here, there are 4 people are depending on these 2 elder persons. So here, if you apply the same to your family, you also think who are dependents and who are earning people. It gives an idea to you. The family is consisting some peoples. Some people together are called the family. Maybe some families are bigger families, and maybe some families are small families. Chinna kutumbamu, chintaleni kutumbamu. It's a slogan. Chinna kutumbamu, chintaleni kutumbamu. You see, here you want to question yourself. You frame question like this. You think, how many persons are there in your family? You think your own. Maybe 3 persons, maybe 4, maybe 5, 6, maybe 10, like that. How many children are there among the 10 people or among the 6 people? How many children are there? Children means from 0 to 14 years. That means below 15 years. They are considered as children. 0 means the child in the mother's womb. The child in the mother's womb are also calculated. How many children are there below 15 years age group? And how many old age people are there? Old age people means above 59 years. Who have completed above 15 years, they are considered as old age. How many old age people are there in our home? Who are dependents in our family? Dependents, already I told. The children and the aged persons who have completed 15 years, 59 years, they considered as aged people. So the aged and children are dependents who are earning people in our family, earning people who are attending the different kinds of works. You see, India is basically agriculture, agriculture background. The large number of people are attending agricultural works. Somebody may own lands. The landless laborers are attending to the cultivating works, agricultural fields. And also some may be employees in the government sector. Some may be doing, the landless people are doing a small works in the cities. In the villages, there are some other works other than the agricultural works they are attending. Likewise, you can categorize for which category your family is belonging. You see, already I told here, let we categorize your family group: children, working people, aged. You see, this is a rough table I have given for better understanding. You see, as a child of the family, as a person of the family, we must have an idea how many children are there in the family, how many are working, how many aged people are there, how many dependents are there, among those, how many literates, how many illiterates, how many males are there, and how many females are there. This, it gives an idea regarding the family. Of course, the family is a small unit. Without any calculation, we can easily say, whoever asks how many children are there at your family, we can easily say. Whereas if we go to the village level, see, village is nothing but a group of families is called the village. a group of families. You see, maybe 20 families, 20, 30 families, 50, 100. These are all called the villages. Some of big villages are there like 500 houses, 1000 houses. These are all big villages. Village itself means there are some boundaries for each and every village. Boundaries means the boundaries of India. In the east, Bay of Bengal; in the west, Arabian Sea; in the north, Himalayas; and the south, Indian Ocean. These are all the boundaries. Likewise, for each and every village, there are boundaries. So, village is nothing but a group of families. You see, a little bit of changes. If we do survey regarding your village, you see, you must have, as a citizen of that village, you must have an idea. This is our responsibility to know about entire the village. You see here, how many houses are there in your village? You see how many people in each and every family. There are some people. For example, you take your family, you may be 4 or 6. Likewise, entire the village, how many houses are there and how many people are there in the entire village? Among those, how many males are there? How many females are there? Females. Even girl children also comes under female category. Boys also comes under male category. You see, among the total family, total population of the village, how many literates? Literacy means who can read and write, who can able to read and write. They are all considered as the literates. For example, the child who completes 6 years, they must attend the school. They also consider as literates. Illiterates means the persons who are not able to read and write, they are considered as illiterates. And also here the age groups already we discussed. 0 to 14 years, they are all children. 15 to 59 years, they are all adults. These are all earning people. They are participating in the reproductive activities. And 59 above, they are all considered as aged group. So by conducting a survey in your village, you can acquire this kind of data. It gives an idea regarding our village. It is our responsibility also, being a student. Moreover, you are the 10th class student. You see, when we come to the village, village is having different kinds of communities. Villages in the village, different communities are there. Communities. Basically, India, uh, a large number of castes, a large number of castes are there in India. You see, SCs, STs, BCs, OCs, other communities, scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, backward communities. These are all the communities. Our Indian background is like that. So that is why we see India is భిన్నత్వంలో ఏకత్వము, ఏకత్వంలో భిన్నత్వము. Diversity in unity, unity in diversity. Likewise, some of our Indians are describing India like that. And also the school age children. Among the total population of the village, how many children are there? School age children, that means 6 years to 14 years. These are all called school age children. 0 to 6, 0 to 5, they are called infant babies. 2 years, who have completed 2 years, they may attend the nursery schools. School age children means 6 years to 14 years. That is considered as school age children. So among the total population of the village, how many school age children are there? What are the occupations they are attending? All these people. That means working age group 15 to 59 years. Among between 15 to 59 years, they are all considered as working age group. So they are attending different kinds of works. They are all participating in productive activities, in productive activities. So this table gives us an idea about regarding our village. So why I am telling all of this? Today we are going to learn about the people of India, the people of the world, the people. It is nothing but the population of India. We are going to learn about the population of India. See, people means all the citizens who are living in the boundaries of a nation. They are considered as the people of nation, the people of nation, or the population of the nation. See all of the youngsters, how they are enjoying, you see here. Now, in this lesson, after completion of this lesson, we are going to learn. Already I have given some introduction regarding the population, regarding the people. You see, in the family level, at the village level, to know about the village and family, we can conduct it because it's a small unit. Family is a small unit, and village also a small unit. We can do it very easily. Whereas in the state level and the national level, conducting survey is not an easy task. So that is a separate department is there. Let we learn about that. Who can conduct the survey? This knowledge we can gain after completion of this lesson. What does the census show? So census, you see, survey is nothing but a census. What the census show about the children of the nation or about the children of the state below 15 years, working age adults who are participating in the productive activities, 15 to 59 age group, the aged persons above 59 years. And also we are going to learn sex ratio, literacy rate, working population, changing population size, amazing family as an example, population density, and discussion on different population pyramids. So this is the knowledge we are gaining to after completion of this lesson. You see, for better understanding, entire the lesson we may not complete within the stipulated time. So for giving better knowledge, I have decided to partition. This lesson is made into two parts because within 1 hour or 45 minutes, entire the lesson may not understanding. That is why I divided into this lesson into two parts. In the first part, today we are going to learn about the census department, about surveys, different age groups, sex ratio, literacy rate, and working population. Today we are going to concentrate on these concepts. You listen carefully and let me gain the knowledge. My dear children, under introduction part, we learned what is family, what is village and its people, categorization of people, etc. You see, already I told family and some families together called the village, some villages together called panchayat, and some panchayats together called mandal, and some mandals are called as district, some districts together called state, some states together called nation, some nations are in some continents, continents altogether called the world. So this is the categorization, this is the steps we have to understand. For better understanding, likewise, we categorized. Who did all these works? Already I told the Registrar General and Census Commission of India. The Registrar General and Census Commission of India will conduct a survey entire the nation for each and every 10 years. For each and every 10 years, they conducting survey to know about the developments, changes in the nation, developments in the nation, for better understanding of the nation. They are conducting survey for each and every 10 years. You see, what does the census? Already we have discussed regarding the children, working people, age, sex ratio, literacy rate, working population. You see, the concept of development is connecting with the population. Here we want to understand why the census department is established, what is their duty, through census what information they are getting, why the information is needed, all the things are connecting with the people. You see, it is a responsibility to the government to see the welfare of public, to see the welfare of population, to see the welfare of people in the India. You see, if they want to see the welfare, they want to know the information regarding the people. Then only they can frame some programs, some developmental programs. It helps very lot towards the development to the nation. See, the concept of development is connecting with the population. The idea of equality is used with the reference to the people. Equality. This concept in every day in the school, we're all doing, uh, India is my pledge. We are doing pledge. It develops equality among the children. So, my dear children, you see here, we have a world map is given here, you see. Even in the textbook itself, in the textbook, the first page of the 6th lesson, you can observe this map. This is the world map. The actual world map is entirely different than this map. You see, in this map is prepared by focusing the population of the world, the population of the, based on the population of the world, this map is prepared. You see, we know well the continents. There are 7 continents. Among those 6 continents, there are people are living. This is an Asian. This is an Asia. This is Africa, North America, South America, Europe, and Australia. We know well. Based on the population, this map prepared. You see, it tells us how big it is. Asia is very bigger based on the population. The large number of population basically in China and India, in the Asian continent, the large number of people. You see, in the world, China is having the biggest population country. It's the biggest population country. The second place goes to India, as per the census records. You see here, you have given a, it's a notice for us. If we were to show the area of countries on the basis of population, it would like this. How is it different from other world maps? Discuss. A question is given to you. You see, you have to put aside in the original world map and put aside, and you compare. What are the comparisons in the both maps? You can understand very easily. Now, you see, the idea of, you see here, these are all how some of the people are, how the people are attending different kinds of works. In this picture we can see these are all vendors, different kinds of vendors. You see how the streets are, how the houses. This is an area just for, I have given for an idea only. The idea of equality is used with the reference to the people. 92% of working people in India are in the organized sector. Already in the third lesson, we have discussed about organized sector and unorganized sector. You have an idea because organized sector means the 8% of people in organized sector. They are all in public sector, and then in private sector, very few are in private sector. In the organized sector means fixed jobs are there, fixed salaries are there. There is a hike in salary. They have security. They have security also there. Paid holidays are there. There are so many advantages who are people in the organized sector. If we come to unorganized sector, these people are every day they are searching for the job. There is no job security in unorganized sector. They have no fixed salaries. Day by day, based on their attending work, the salaries are decided. The entire month, they may not get the work. They get wages only when they attend the work. They have no job security. They have no fixed amounts. They have no security for their lives. So there are so many complications are there in unorganized sector. See how many people are there in unorganized sector. 92% of people, especially in India, they are all in unorganized sector. They are struggle for work and have no other social security. They have no social security. Being a citizen of India, this is our utmost responsibility to know about the people who are working in different fields. Now you can decide in which field is security, in which field is giving security, in which field I want to be. Based on that, you can frame your own tasks. Census of India. You see here, the Census of India provides us with information regarding the population of our country. We know the nature of country. We know the nature of people. What works, a large number of people, what kind of works they are attending. Based on communities, what kind of communities, a large number of communities, in which community the large number of people are there. A census is the procedure of systematical acquiring the regarding information about the members of given population. This is the definition of a census. A census is the procedure. How? The census of procedure of a systematical acquiring and recording information about the member of a given population. Once in 10 years, the information is collected about all people living in India. Census provides us occupation, houses, education, religion, social dividends. I mean, our society is dividing into various communities. This kind of information we get through the census. You see, this information in our textbook also, you see here, census in India. In India, the first census was taken 1872. The first time in India, the census taken in 1872. The first complete census, however, was taken in 1881. The complete census. That means here a little bit of idea to know about the nation, a little bit of idea. While doing it, while participating in the census, a clear-cut idea comes. Again, what are the information we have to get to understanding the nation? So a clear-cut idea in 1881, the census got. Since then, census have been held regularly every 10 years. India's population as per the census of 2011 is 121 crores, 1,93,422. This is the actual population as per the census of 2011. 121 crores of people in India. You can guess how bigger it is, how biggest population in India. We are second place in the world. The China goes to first place. You can think how bigger the China is in population. Out of these, out of 121 crores, 1,93,422, 1 crore, one, I mean 1,210 million people, 6,022, 23, you see, are men, and the men, these are men. 623 crores, sorry. You see, this number goes to the men and this goes to women. This is the population of entire India. Okay, so by understanding this, we can get the knowledge how what is the population of India. Among those, how many are men and how many women, and we can understand whether the men and women are equal or is there any discrimination. What is the differentiation between the numbers? We can understand very easily. You see, to overcome these problems, government, I see, by knowing the population and how many houses are there, what are the occupations the people attending, what is the educational status of India, what are the religions, what are the communities, what is the social background. When we get the information regarding the census, the government is planning different kinds of programs based on the census. For each and every 10 years, the government is planning to implement different kinds of programs. Where the lagging behind, where the progress. For lagging behind, what are the programs to be planned? How much budget should be allocated to overcome the problem? These are all the things are connecting with the census. That is why the top priority is given to the census. You see, in 2011, we have conducted, whereas in 2021, we have conducted census. But unfortunately, the government is planning in 2020 March later. But unfortunately, the corona effect came here, and that is why the conducting of census is postponed due to corona effect. You see how the corona influencing entire the world, not only in India, entire the world is suffering due to the corona. Not only that, even schools also closed since March. How its effects? Its effects on census also. That is why the collecting census is postponed. Actually, in 2021, the census must be announced. How the population is increased. What is the position of children? Whether what is the ratio of birth rate? What is the death rate? These are all connecting with the census. That is why, unfortunately, it is postponed. You see, this is one of the programs in our Andhra Pradesh. Of course, here you can say Jagananna Vasati Divina, but Jagananna Gorumudda, you see Jagananna Vidya Divina, Amma Odi, these are all purely connecting with the education department. As a students, we have to aware about these programs. You see, what does the census show? What does the census show? The age structure of population refers to the number of males and females in different age groups in a country. Different age groups. Already we have discussed children, aged, and adults. Children, this is the right definition. Below 15 years, taken care of by family. These are all dependents. Already I told you. Who are dependents? Aged people and children. You see here. The family, taken care of family, food, clothing, education, and medical care, etc. Because they are not participating in earning. So that is why they are all in the field of education. They are getting education. So that is why they are dependents on parents. See, the parents are taking care of their food, their clothing, their education, and their medical expenses. Working age, they are biologically reproductive. Children and age depend on this group. Already I told when we take family as a unit. You see, aged above 59 years. If these are retired, if they are in government sector, they are retired people, they are considered as retired, they are getting pensions. In organized sector may get pensions. But vast majority of agricultural laborers, domestic workers, construction workers, and others usually continue their work as long as it is physically possible, dependence on their children, medical expenses. See, in India, in the poor countries or underdeveloped countries or undeveloped countries, the aged people who have completed 15 years, they are also attending works based on their physical strength because the poverty is there. To overcome the poverty, they are also attending, even aged people also attending up to 65 and 70 years based on their physical conditions. Whereas in government sector people, they are taking rest after 60 years. After completion of 60 years, they are taking rest because the government is providing pensions. So they are in organized sector. You have to keep in mind all of this information. It helps you very lot. You see, old age pensions to overcome the problems of aged persons, old age pensions for aged people, and fees reimbursement for students, Jagananna Vidya Devana, Jagananna Gauramudda, Amma Odi. These are all the supporting programs for unorganized sector people by government. You see, it's a support from the side of government. Even central government also implementing large number of programs to upgrade to overcome the poverty. To overcome the poverty. Okay. You want to understand all of this. What the government is planning. What is the support from the side of government to overcome the poverty? To see here. Now we understand from which period the census are conducting for every 10 years. We have understand here what is the population of India as per 2011 census. Among those, how many men are there and how many women are there, we learn. Even though we go deeply, we can learn what is the literacy rate, what is the death rate, what is the birth rate. In each and every information we get when we go through the lesson. If you read the lesson in textbook, you can get more information. Of course, now I cover some of the information here itself. So these are all the programs. You see, now let me learn about the sex ratio. Sex ratio. You see, I mean, this indicates uh, how male and female, regarding the male and female. Sex ratio is the number of females per thousand males. So this is the information regarding the this is the definition. You see, number of females per every thousand males. For every thousand males, how many females are there? You see here, we have a graphical information here. See these graph and tables, a large amount of information is comprised in these graphs and tables. You see here, from 1951 to 2011, the population sex ratio is given, 1951 to 2011. You see, by observing that, you can frame your own questions. It gives some knowledge if you frame your own. Of course, in textbook also you have given an idea. Number of females per thousand males. Information is given here. See, in 1951, for every thousand males, there are 946 females. For every thousand, 946. Whereas we come, you see here, 1961, the ratio is downfall 941. You have to find this difference from 1951 to 1961. The gap is 10 years. Within the gap, how much ratio difference you can find. See, then you see in 1971, this number is, the ratio is too lower by comparing 1951 and 1961. You see how this downfall, the ratio is. In 1981, comparatively 1971, somehow better. It has improved. You see, now again, 1991, this number is lower compared to 1971. Likewise, you want to analyze this table. By observing this table, we can get a large amount of information. You see, medical research show that girl children survive much better than boys. In India, 103 female babies are born against 100 male babies. What it indicates? The birth rate is uh, bigger than the males. You see, for every 103 females, their babies are born against 100 male babies. Here, the female number of female babies are getting birth than male babies. But what will happen in the later period? But the census shows that the age group of 0 to 5 years, the number of girls who survive is much lower than the boys. This is the disparity. This is the discrimination we can found here. Even though the girl babies are getting large number of births, but within the 5 years, the deaths are more than the boys. The female deaths are more than the mean. Girl children's deaths are more than the boys. Why this happened? Where the lapse is there, we have to find out. There are some discrimination in their care and nutrition. This is the this is the ultimate source. It given the actual fact. Why within the 5 years of the birth, the girl children deaths are more than the boys. The girl children are neglecting. This is very unfortunate situation. This is unfair condition. You see, they are neglecting. Their nutritional status is very lower than the boys. The boys are equipped with better nutrition than the girl children. This is the discrimination. We have to understand. We have to overcome this problem. So when the government observes these labs, they are planning to educate the people towards the girl children's birth, how they want to grow up, what are the challenges they want to overcome in the society. So to understanding the position of girl children, the government is framing different kinds of plannings. They are implementing. They are educating people. You see why we are learning this information here. You see, as the students, we want to get this information. We have to aware and we have to overcome this problem. You see, this is the table is in our textbook. Sex ratio in different areas. You see, these are all the areas, and this are their position. Sex ratio in Haryana, for every 1,000 males, 870 girls, females. In Punjab, for every 1,000 boys, there are 880 girls. In Andhra Pradesh, for every 1,000 boys, there are 917 girls. In Kerala, for every 1,000 boys, 1,040 girls are there. Whereas in USA, for every 1,000 boys, there are 1,050 girls. This information gives us a clear-cut idea. You see, which state is the least number? What about as a citizens of Andhra Pradesh, we have to comparatively Haryana and Punjab, we are in better in position. Whereas in Kerala, we are lower. You see, for every 1,000 boys, 1,040 girls are there. Why? How it is possible? Because literally Kerala is in forward. Literacy rate is higher than the other states of India. The Kerala is a large number of people are literates. That is why they are accepting girls like a boys. So that is why the number is increased. For every 1,000 boys, there are 1,040 girls are there. You see, USA. This is developed country. This is developed country in the one of the developed countries in the world. The large number of people are educated there. That is why they are accepting girl children like a boy children. They are giving girls priority like a boy children. They are not discriminating. They are inviting the girl children as well as the boy children, like Kerala also. There is no discrimination here. There is no discrimination here. You see, what about Haryana? What about Punjab? And what about Andhra Pradesh? It gives the literacy rate. Where the literacy is high, there the birth rate of girls are more. Regions that have unequal gender relations that favors the males and discriminate against the females tend towards unequal sex ratios. You see, that is unfortunate. Kerala have positive sex ratio like US also. Many families consider female children as a burden. This is very unfortunate. Nowadays, you take women are challenging with the men. They are attending different kinds of works by challenging the men in uh, in the field of sports and games. You take how many women are giving a great name and frame to India, like PV Sindhu, and in uh, cricket, Mithali Raj, and if we take whatever the field it is, you take the women's are challenging. So we have to understanding the uh, girl children, the discrimination we have to overcome. Women's education has been a powerful force in reducing discrimination against women. So when the women are educated, certainly we can overcome this problem. We have to invite the girl children like a boy's children. Okay, we have to give priority. You see, literacy rate. Already I told literacy means the definition of literacy I have given. You see, this picture is in our textbook. If you go through, you can understand very easily the literacy rate in India as per the 2011. You see here, if you observe this table, we can very easily understand the map. 60 to 65, this color covers 60 to 65 literacy rate, 65 to 70, 75, 70 to 75, 75 to 80, and go on. If you observe it, you can understand very easily which state is having how much literacy rate. Now you can frame your own questions and answers also you try to write and you show it to your teacher. It gives a clear-cut idea regarding the literacy rate. You see, according to the census 2011, a person aged 7 years and above who can read and write with understanding in any language is treated as the literate. So this is the definition of literacy. Literacy is a key for socio-economic progress. Certainly, that is why the government construct schools in each and every village. High schools also there. Colleges, very soon, in each and every mandal, the colleges are establishing. And degree colleges, what not. Everywhere, there is a provision to get the education. So by utilizing this opportunity, we have to educate ourselves and we have to overcome the problem of illiteracy. At independence, at the time of independence, 1947, only 12% of literacy in our India. Only 12% of literates. In 2011, as per the census, it leads 64% to 64.84%. In 2011, the literacy rate grows up to 74%, 74.04%. So you have to understand, you have to compare 2011 and 2011. What is the percentage increased? Okay. Then In 2000, as per 2011 census shows that there is a wide disparity in literacy rates for men and women. You see, as per 2011, how disparity? It leads to discrimination also. In men, 82.414% and women 65% for 65.46% only. This is the disparity we have to overcome. So the government is planning how to overcome this discrimination. The working population, already I told you, these are all in unorganized sector, these are all in organized sector. So you have to understand the position here. The large amount of people in unorganized sector, the Census of India groups them into four categories. Those are cultivators, agricultural laborers, workers in household industries like uh, dehussing paddy, BD workers, potters, weavers, repair of footwear. These are all other than the agricultural works. These are all other than the agricultural works. Other works like employed in factories, trading, casual labor, and all other occupations. See, these are all other than the agriculture activities. Now, you want to understanding, these are all the household works. These are all other works. Then, you see here, this is also in textbook. As per Census 2007, the cultivators are attaining 25%, agricultural laborers are 30%, workers in household industries, again, this is divided into two parts. There are 63% of workers. Other workers are 41. See, by observing this table, we can guess different kinds of areas the people are attending. How is an agricultural labor different from a cultivator? See, by observing these questions, you can answer. Okay, go through it. My dear children, uh, today lesson where I would like to conclude. You see, these are all the population density. It is a measurement of population per unit area or unit as such square kilometers. This is the definition of population density. Sex ratio, already I told, the number of female per 1,000 males in a given population. And also fertility rate. Fertility rate is a term used to refer the capacity of people in a given region to give birth. It is a calculated. Literacy rate. It is the ability to read and write the regional language and further for knowledge and interest. My dear children, uh, this is the part today I have completed. Tomorrow let we meet in the second part of the same lesson. Is there any doubts regarding this? Better to call your teacher or my number I have given the already I have given. Again, I will say if any doubts you have faced, you better to call me. I try my level best to uh, clear your doubts. My dear children, thank you all. And also, I very much thankful to my family members of social teachers. Be happy, be at home, be safe and secure. When and where you go outside, you wear the mask. You have to follow the instructions of government and your parents. Uh, don't dare. Please follow your instructions of parents. Be happy. Thank you, one and all. Have a nice day. Good night, all of you. ధన్యవాదాలు. Thank you.